There's a whole lot of guys out here on the internet saying things like, if I don't look like Giga Chad, I'm not gonna get laid. Alright, it's time for us to answer the question, do looks matter? My name is Stirling Cooper. I'm an award-winning adult film star, former high-class male companion, and I'm here to help you improve your sex life. So how important are looks for men when it comes to success in dating and relationships? That's what we're going to be talking about today. And over the course of the next few videos on this channel, I'm going to be discussing and comparing the 4 key elements of success in dating and relationships: looks, money, status, and game, and giving you guys my opinions and my breakdown on how important each of these different elements actually are. The important thing to note here is that out of these 4 things, looks, money, status, game, some of them are going to do a lot more work for you than others, whilst some of them are going to be a hell of a lot easier for you to make leaps and bounds of improvement in than others. So these things have to be weighed up and considered. So on to the question of, do looks matter? You can't do anything to change your skin color, your genetics, your height, the shape of your face, that birthmark on your ass cheek. These things are out of your control. But there are a whole lot of things that are within your control when it comes to your looks. So first of all, I'm going to tell you, stop worrying about anything that is not within your control. Stop whinging and whining on the fucking internet about how short you are, or how I won't get laid because I'm not taller than 6 foot. I am sick and tired of hearing guys say shit like this. Do the best with the hand you were dealt in life. Some people have advantages over others, and some people will make excuses no matter what their circumstances are. Don't be one of those guys. There are a lot of aspects of your looks that you can optimize, and a lot of guys completely ignore this stuff and would much rather sit around whining and complaining on the internet. What kind of things? Well, get in shape, hit the goddamn gym. That's a super obvious one, and yet a lot of you guys still don't do this. Whiten your teeth. Another really easy win that anybody can do. Learn to dress better. Get a sense of fashion and a sense of style, and learn how to present your body shape in the most attractive way you can. Develop a style and fashion sense based around a particular archetype that you can lean into that works with your look. And then bam, you've gone from like a 6 to an 8, like that. Of these 4 things, looks, money, status, game, looks is actually the easiest one to improve. It's the lowest hanging fruit for a lot of guys. It's the simplest one for you to improve, and the one you have the most direct control over. Speaking of the body, there are a lot of things you can do to biohack your body, especially when it comes to bedroom performance. So if you'd like to learn a few of those industry secrets, then I suggest you check out my ebook right here. So speaking of developing a sense of style, or developing an archetype that you can lean into, I remember I had this buddy back in Australia, and we used to go out and hit at the bars and clubs all the time. And this is like, he was a scrawny dude, like pale white skin, scrawny dude, wasn't fantastic looking either. Like, he wasn't, I wouldn't say he was super ugly, but he wasn't really handsome. Definitely wasn't handsome. He had like a baby face. If I'd give him, any kind of credit, he absolutely had a baby face. The guy looked like he was 13 when he was like 22. But what did he do? Instead of whinging and complaining, he found an archetype that worked with him, worked for him, and he leant into it. So he grew his hair out. He had, unlike me, he had hair, so he was able to grow really long hair down to like his shoulders, right? He started wearing skinny black jeans and leather jackets. He leant into the like rock and roll kind of stereotype, the band guy stereotype. The guy doesn't even play the guitar. He's not a musician, right? But he tapped into an archetype that women find naturally attractive. Well, not naturally attractive, it's an archetype that they've been conditioned to find attractive, really, if I'm being perfectly honest. It's a socially conditioned archetype, but it's one that they ping off of and respond to really easily. So he, despite the fact that he didn't really hit the gym, didn't, straighten his teeth, blah, 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 without doing any of the other things I talked about, he went from being a 6 to an 8 in a lot of girls' eyes just by honing in on a specific archetype and picking a style. Every girl in the club or the bar would immediately just assume that he was in a band, and they would be attracted to him purely based off of that. He didn't correct them otherwise, but he didn't lie about it, never actually said he was in a band. He just let them think he was, right? That's, that goes to show the power of archetypes. So they applied a whole bunch of really positive character traits to him off rip based on the archetype, the style he was leaning into. You see, these girls had a preconceived blueprint in their head of what a guy that looks like that is like. In their mind, oh, this guy looks like he's in a band, he probably gets laid a lot, he's probably the artistic, creative type, swoon, I'm now attracted to him. It's that he's hijacking their own blueprints that are in their head and using that to his advantage, to even the playing field. So, if you can lean into something like this very easily, if it works with your particular body shape, face shape, your background, whatever it is, I would highly suggest leaning into it and using that in your favor. But in terms of looks, hitting the gym is still going to be the biggest bang for your buck. And not only in terms of improving your looks, your physique, it's going to improve your overall health, your mental health, and your confidence. Now, natural, good-looking face shape and height absolutely play a massive role in helping you get laid. I'm not going to lie. Look, Chad Thundercock, right? He hasn't got a problem getting matches on Tinder. But there is a double-edged sword to looks that you might not be aware of. If you're a good-looking guy, women expect you to act with confidence. They expect you to act a certain way. But what if you're very good-looking, but you're shy and you're timid and you're not very confident? Well, women are really turned off by this. It scrambles their brains. They feel like they've been deceived, and they feel like you've lied to them in some way, because they have this preconceived notion in their head that, oh, you're a good-looking, tall, handsome man, you must be, like, charming. Well, sometimes dudes aren't. Sometimes dudes who are actually really good-looking aren't that charming. And this totally flips things against them. I remember a buddy of mine from college, 6'10", doctor, or med student at the time. He's a doctor now. But the dude was 6'10", studying to be a doctor, not a dumbass, very intelligent, not ugly either. He was a decent looking guy, but he was huge, a giant of a man. He was one of the shyest men I have ever met. Super timid, no confidence with women whatsoever. He actually had sort of an insecurity complex around his height. And he didn't get laid. The dude didn't get any attention from women during the 4 years we were at college together. And that, everyone on the internet talks about height and stuff, man. Yeah, it will help if you're tall. But if you don't have anything to back that up with, it's basically useless. So looks alone won't do it for you. You either need some game to go along with it, or you need a fun lifestyle to go along with it, which is where money comes in. And we'll talk more about money in the next video. In the meantime, if you want to make sure you're retaining the women that you're attracting, then I suggest you check out this playlist right here, where I teach you to be the best sex she's ever had.